Hello, I'm Jodie Jones, Database Manager for the Tangaroa Blue Foundation's Australian Marine Debris Initiative database. On behalf of the team at Tangaroa Blue Foundation, I'd like to thank you for your ongoing support of the Shelley Beach Warrnambool Monitoring Project. During the course of this presentation, we will run through an overview of the project and the findings of the last surveys. I'd like to start by acknowledging the people of the Gunditjmara country upon which Shelley Beach is located. I acknowledge their connectedness to these lands, waters and skies from the past to the present and into the future, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. For those not familiar with the project has been running formally since February 2020 with weekly cleanups and data collation into the Australian Marine Debris Initiative database. The cleanups are led by Tangaroa Blue Foundation with support from our funding partner, Wannon. Marine debris is identified at international and national levels as key threatening processes to marine wildlife and ecosystems. Through our regular weekly cleanups and collation of data sets, we're not only contributing to global targets under the UN Sustainable Development Goals for improving marine life and ecosystems, but we're also making a count by collating each and every item we are removing into the Australian Marine Debris Initiative database, so that types of marine debris and quantities of marine debris can be tracked and release sources of marine debris identified. The study spans the length of Shelley Beach and Warrnambool and was started in 2017 when community citizen scientists were identifying cotton bud sticks in high numbers in their collection data. In 2022, we've now added in 4 monitoring transects to refine the data sets even further. As in 2022, the Tangaroa Blue Foundation and the Australian Marine Debris Initiative, in collaboration with researchers and universities, released protocols for litter and marine debris monitoring. The publication covers methodologies for surveying litter and marine debris at different land use settings from the catchments to the sea. You can find out more on these monitoring methodologies and protocols by visiting the Tangaroa Blue Foundation website or contacting us. There were 12 collection events removing 1,819 items and 3.7 kilos of litter from the reporting period September to 16th of November. For the 12 months, October to October, a little over 15 kilos and 7,099 items have been removed. Analysis of the number of items over the duration of the study shows that there is an overall decline in the numbers of items now being removed. A total of 152,147 items have been removed since 2019 from Shelley Beach. In these charts here, you can see that in quarter 3, higher marine debris densities are observed, and they're lower in quarter 1. This potentially could be linked to weather and currents. The applied data collection methodology of the Australian Marine Debris Initiative allows us to analyse item types across time. The top-ranked item at Shelley Beach is hard plastic remnants, and this is the same at a national level. When you scale litter down to local levels, you can see that Shelley Beach has sanitary items standing out as second-ranked to the hard plastics in the dataset. This is followed by commercial fishing remnants. We'll look more closely at cotton bud sticks a little later in the presentation. The Land Sea Source Index did not vary too much through 2022 for Shelley Beach, with most items likely originating from oceanic-related activities. The percentage of items in collections remains relatively unchanged for Shelley Beach, and by comparison, the item percentage likely to have originated from the ocean at an Australian level is 61%. You can see in this chart that other materials category continues to be the second ranked material category throughout the last few years. In 2022, we can see that there's about a 4% increase in foam items. These are packaging items like fruit and meat tray remnants. Other materials like metal, glass, paper and wood items have very low percentages. By further analysing the site's 2 highest ranking categories, we can see that there is a significant decrease in the items since 2019. A slight increase in both plastics and other materials since September has been noticed. This potentially could be due to the implementation of the monitoring transects within the site. While we've seen a decrease in the numbers of cotton buds over time, cotton buds are still a high percentage of the items within this data set and remain a unique feature of the data set. There was a noticeable spike in 2021, quarter two, and then lower numbers again since. We're starting to see increasing numbers of cotton buds in the data set from September, with 135 in a single survey on September 21, bringing the monthly average of cotton buds removed to 20.5. Cotton buds represent about 17% of the items removed. In this chart, we see how cotton bud numbers track across the year, and we can see potential seasonal influences, with higher numbers in May and September and lower numbers in the first quarter of the year. We've periodically discussed microplastics throughout this project. Our new methodologies allow us to refine the Shelley Beach surveys and investigate microplastics further. Microplastics are typically derived from the deterioration of larger plastic articles and are unidentifiable. There are exceptions like the plastic resin pellets, which we are actually seeing in higher numbers than the macro particles in some Shelley Beach surveys. Plastic resin pellets, nurdles, mermaid's tears, whatever you'd like to call them, are highly toxic microplastics and the target of campaigns like Operation Clean Sweep and the Great Nurdle Hunts, and are the result, typically, of industrial incidences or spills in material handling. 1,284 nurdles have been recovered during this reporting period, and since the start of 2022, 5,261. In 2023, in partnership with Wannon Water, Tangaroa Blue Foundation will continue to monitor the Shelley Beach shoreline on a weekly basis, build the dataset and track items of significance. In 2023, this project will roll over to the new AMD data collection and project administration platforms with some exciting new functions to come. If you'd like to find out more about scheduling for the surveys in 2023 or the new data platforms, please send us an email at info@tangaroablue.org. We look forward to working with you again in 2023 and wish you a safe and joy-filled festive season.